In a night filled with intensity, energy, and raw basketball brilliance, Jaden Shackelford once again proved why his name carries weight in the basketball community. Fans inside the arena felt the electricity from the opening tip, but few could have predicted the kind of performance that Shackelford would deliver. His 26 points not only set the tone for his team but also provided the fuel for a statement victory. From the very first possession, Shackelford looked locked in. His movements off the ball, his focus in reading the defense, and his quick release immediately hinted at the kind of rhythm scorers live for. Players often talk about feeling in the zone, and Shackelford was a living example of that concept from start to finish. The game began with his teammates setting screens to free him up on the perimeter. On his first attempt, Shackelford caught the ball, rose up smoothly, and drained a three-pointer as if it were a practice shot. The crowd erupted, sensing they were witnessing something special. That early bucket set the stage for what would become his finest offensive display of the season. Defenses usually adjust after a hot start, but Shackelford showed his versatility by attacking in different ways. When defenders pressed up on him beyond the arc, he put the ball on the floor, drove aggressively, and either finished with acrobatic layups or drew fouls that sent him to the free throw line. That balance between perimeter shooting and slashing kept the defense guessing all night. One of the most impressive aspects of Shackelford's game on this night was his composure under pressure. Several times, the opposing team's defenders doubled him in an effort to disrupt his rhythm, but Shackelford never panicked. He calmly swung the ball to teammates when the opportunity wasn't there, showing a maturity that elevated not just his scoring but his overall leadership. Every time the opponent made a run, Shackelford had an answer. In the second quarter, the opposing team went on an 8-0 surge, threatening to take control. But Shackelford responded with back-to-back three-pointers, completely silencing the momentum. The crowd inside the arena roared as his teammates slapped him on the back, recognizing that their leader had once again taken charge. It wasn't just about the numbers, it was about the timing of Shackelford's shots. Scorers can put up points in quiet stretches, but Shackelford's buckets always seemed to come when they mattered most. That's the mark of a clutch player, someone who thrives when the pressure is highest. His teammates fed off his energy. Each basket Shackelford scored seemed to inject confidence into the entire roster. Players dove harder for loose balls, set stronger screens, and played with a renewed sense of urgency. Shackelford's leadership wasn't just about his scoring, it was about inspiring the group around him to elevate the games. Midway through the third quarter, Shackelford delivered one of the highlights of the night. With the shot clock winding down, he created space with a devastating step-back move, releasing the ball just as the defender lunged to contest. The ball arced high into the air, splashing cleanly through the net. The crowd leapt to its feet, chanting his name, fully aware they were witnessing a masterclass. What separates Shackelford from many other scorers is his work ethic and preparation. Every big moment on the court reflects countless hours of practice behind the scenes. His mechanics are polished, his footwork is precise, and his decision-making under pressure reflects a player who has studied the game meticulously. As the game wore on, fatigue became a factor for many players, but Shackelford never slowed down. In the fourth quarter, when his team needed him most, he continued to attack with the same intensity he had shown in the opening minutes. That consistency is what made his 26 points so impactful. It wasn't a hot streak, it was a sustained performance. One could see the frustration in the eyes of the defenders assigned to guard him. No matter how physical they played, no matter how many times they switched coverages, Shackelford always had a counter. That ability to adapt, to read and react instantly, is what makes elite scorers nearly impossible to contain. The fans played a huge role in this performance as well. Every time Shackelford touched the ball, the anticipation inside the arena grew louder. They rose with him on every shot, held their breath as the ball floated through the air, and exploded with energy when it fell through the hoop. That bond between a star player and the crowd can change the atmosphere of an entire game. In the closing minutes, Shackelford sealed the victory with a decisive three-pointer from the wing. The shot gave his team a double-digit lead and effectively ended any hope of a comeback from the opposition. Shackelford's teammates rushed to embrace him, and the fans showered him with chants of appreciation. It was the exclamation point on an unforgettable night. After the game, Shackelford's stat line told one story, but the emotions on display told another. His 26 points weren't just numbers, they represented leadership, resilience, and the ability to carry a team when it mattered most. His post-game smile revealed the satisfaction of not only performing well but also delivering for his teammates and fans. Analysts praised his shot selection, noting that despite his high volume of attempts, Shackelford maintained impressive efficiency. He didn't force bad shots, he took what the defense gave him and maximized every opportunity. That basketball IQ separates great players from good ones. Even more telling was how Shackelford approached his defensive responsibilities. Though the headlines focused on his scoring, his effort on the other end of the floor didn't go unnoticed. He fought through screens, stayed locked in on rotations, and hustled for rebounds, showing he's not just a scorer but a complete player. For young fans watching, Shackelford's performance served as inspiration. His journey from being a promising prospect to becoming a go-to scorer has been filled with hard work, perseverance, and countless hours in the gym. Nights like this prove that dedication pays off. This performance will likely be remembered as one of the highlights of the season. Not just because of the numbers, but because of the way Shackelford controlled every aspect of the game. He dictated the pace, set the tone, and ultimately determined the outcome. The coaching staff praised his leadership, noting that his energy and communication lifted the entire team. Shackelford wasn't just leading by example with his scoring, he was vocal, guiding teammates through defensive sets and encouraging them during breaks in the action. Fans online erupted with praise as highlights circulated across social media. Clips of his step-back three-pointer and clutch fourth-quarter bucket quickly went viral, with fans and analysts alike labeling it as one of his best performances yet. Commentators noted that this kind of performance puts Shackelford in the conversation as one of the most dangerous scorers in his league. When he's in rhythm, he becomes virtually unguardable, capable of taking over any game. The victory also carried significance beyond just one night. With playoff races heating up, Shackelford's scoring explosion couldn't have come at a better time. His performance not only gave his team momentum but also sent a message to the rest of the league: this squad is a legitimate contender. Teammates spoke after the game about Shackelford's work ethic, sharing stories about his relentless practice habits. They noted how his preparation sets the standard for the entire locker room, pushing everyone to strive for greatness. This kind of leadership doesn't go unnoticed by coaches, fans, or scouts. Shackelford's ability to blend scoring with leadership makes him a rare talent, one who can shape the culture of a team for years to come. For the fans who witnessed it live, this game will be a lasting memory. The sound of the crowd after each basket, the sight of Shackelford lifting his arms in triumph, the shared energy of victory, it's the kind of experience that reminds people why they love sports. Even neutral observers, those without allegiance to either team, found themselves captivated by Shackelford's artistry on the court. It was a reminder that basketball, at its core, is not just about winning and losing, it's about moments that transcend the game itself. In the aftermath of the game, analysts dissected every aspect of Shackelford's performance, from his shot mechanics to his decision-making in crunch time. The consensus was clear: he delivered one of the finest individual performances of the season. The legacy of this game may extend beyond just one night. Shackelford's 26 points could be the turning point in his season, a performance that boosts his confidence and solidifies his role as the leader of his team. It also adds to his growing reputation as a clutch performer. Fans and teammates alike now know that when the pressure is highest, Shackelford is the one they can rely on. That trust is invaluable, especially in high-stakes moments. As the season continues, opposing teams will certainly take note. Shackelford will face tougher defensive schemes designed to slow him down, but if his performance tonight is any indication, he has the tools to overcome any challenge. This game wasn't just about Shackelford's talent, it was about his heart, determination, and love for the game. That passion was evident in every drive, every shot, and every defensive hustle play. Ultimately, Shackelford's 26 points told a story of dominance, leadership, and resilience. It was a performance that reminded everyone watching that greatness is achieved not by chance but by preparation and belief. For his team, it was a much-needed victory that strengthened their standing and built confidence for the battles ahead. For Shackelford, it was a night that showcased his evolution from a promising scorer into a true leader and game-changer. And for the fans, it was a gift, an unforgettable evening where one player's brilliance lit up the court and created memories that will last long after the final buzzer.